Hello there, and thanks for visiting the Varykino YouTube channel. I'm Kristy.
And I'm Matt.
We're long-standing Star Wars fans who live and breathe Star Wars every day.
Welcome to another installment of our Week of Star Wars, a series recapping the Star Wars fun we've had during the past week. A major event for us this past week was the official release of the Star Wars Unlimited trading card game on March the 8th. We went along on that specific day to pick up some of the new product, hot off the press, so to speak. We'll talk about our purchases very shortly, but it was fun just in general seeing a new line like this in its entirety, or at least what's currently available in a store, taking up actual shelf space. And it seems to be getting a very good reception locally. There's stuff selling out and people participating in store events to celebrate the pre-release and now release of this game. We very much enjoyed last week's installment of Bad Batch. It resolved the cliffhanger that we were left on from the week prior, of course. Still a touch sad that this is going to be the final season of Bad Batch, because as well as getting into the series itself, we've really been celebrating the merch, and we'll talk about that again later as well. Not far off this week's episode, which will be a double episode. Very much looking forward to that.
I'm really excited about that double episode as well, though of course I'm still a little bit sad that we are nearing the end of the Bad Batch story arc, and I'm not ready to say goodbye to Omega just yet. I really like her character, and of course without knowing where she's going to end up at the end of the series, I'm got my fingers crossed that we will see her in some other format, some other storytelling in the future.
Well, of course, all of the Rebels characters have shown up in live action just about by now, so it's not inconceivable that we'd see some Bad Batch in live action down the line. If nothing else, talking about Star Wars Unlimited, we have got a hint that the next wave, not out yet, due in the middle of the year, will include Bad Batch in it, so that's something to look forward to as well.
In Star Wars app gaming news, Galaxy of Heroes has just announced the full kit reveal for Queen Amidala. As a favorite character of mine, I am really excited about this. She has a really interesting set of abilities, and she will be released as the Conquest character the next time that event mode pops up in the game. So I'm definitely going to try and go all out on my next Conquest event to try and unlock her as fast as I can.
So that means you can only earn her during the Conquest, is that right?
Yes. In terms of my personal progress in the game so far, I am currently working towards unlocking the Galactic Legend Princess Leia. This is quite a tricky event. I've been working on it for quite some time, and I'm currently partway through, so fingers crossed I will have her unlocked very soon. And in celebration of the Phantom Menace's anniversary, we are finally getting Gungans in Galaxy of Heroes. So far we have Boss Nass, and we just recently unlocked Captain Tarpals. Of course, these are leading up to Jar Jar Binks finally being added to the game as well. So I'm really enjoying all of the Phantom Menace content being added to the game at the moment.
So Queen Amidala is a part of that celebration too, obviously. And obviously you want her because of her being a favourite character, but she sounds quite powerful from what we've heard too.
Yes, Conquest characters in particular are often a step above the standard roster, a little bit below Galactic Legend, but they're definitely really worth adding to the game. In other Star Wars app game news, Star Wars Card Trader recently launched in celebration of International Women's Day the Women of Star Wars 2024 set. So, of course, the Women of Star Wars is going to include all of my favorite characters. So I'm trying to collect as many of these cards as I can.
We're both collecting that set, frankly, because it's got some really nice art in it.
Yeah, and we've even managed to pull some epic cards, some high rarity ones, which is always very exciting, including a really special Padme one.
So we're on a bit of a roll collecting both digital cards at the moment as well as physical cards related to Star Wars Unlimited. It's kind of fun. In terms of recent purchases and acquisitions, as mentioned, we got our hands on a range of Star Wars Unlimited materials. We'll talk about those in the videos that were released very shortly, but in addition to those ones that were shown on video, we also picked up the X-Wing game mat to go alongside the TIE Fighter game mat, so that we've got one each of these game mats to play against each other on with this really fine artwork on it.
Yeah, that was one of the higher price point items, so I wasn't sure if we really wanted both. I wanted to see one in person, so once I opened up that beautiful TIE Fighter game mat, I decided, yes, I want one for myself, and I went out and grabbed the X-Wing one as well. So now we have one each. In terms of other purchases, we came across some Lego Star Wars sets on clearance for 30% off, which is a rather rare occurrence for us locally here. Lego tends to be a bit more expensive, so we can't pick it up as often as we like. But amongst our finds on the clearance tables, we picked up the Captain Rex helmet. We thought we might have missed out on this one. It's beginning to be a little bit harder to find, so that was great. I also picked up the throne room diorama featuring that climactic battle between Luke and Vader on the second Death Star. I really like those Star Wars diorama sets.
Yep, that set also includes the Emperor, of course.
Yeah, and of course, one of the really exciting finds was the Yavin Temple set. Now, this one is possibly one of the biggest sets we've picked up in recent history, and I especially like it because of all of those minifigs in it. There's just so many. It, of course, includes Princess Leia, which is exciting. And yeah, this is just a big set on such a big discount for us. That was just such a great find.
Yeah, look, I love that Yavin Temple set, again, because of the minifigures that come with it. It's got all the heroes, it's got droids, it's got rebel crew. You can even set up a medal ceremony. But, you know, the Yavin Temple scene from Star Wars is like this kind of a big deal that really hits home for me. I love the theme music that goes with it. And there hasn't been a lot of actual Yavin 4 Temple merch release, so this is a really nice one to have represented in our collection now.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing I don't think is ever going to really appear in like a Hasbro 4-inch collection. Yeah, because it's just simply too big. So it's kind of fun to have it in scale, because Lego kind of flexes with the scale to work with their minifig range. So very exciting there.
Let's talk briefly about the YouTube videos we've uploaded on our channel over the past week.
I unboxed, after waiting a long time, the Young Jedi Adventures Crimson Firehawk Starship vehicle. So this is from the Young Jedi Adventures animated series on Disney+. I like collecting the cute side of Star Wars, and I quite enjoyed the series. So I'm trying to buff out my collection of Young Jedi Adventure toys from Hasbro. I wasn't able to find this one locally, so I had to import it from overseas, and it was really fun to finally get my hands on it and see this rather large ship in person.
We opened a vintage collection Luke Skywalker figure, the Jedi Academy version from the Book of Boba Fett. So the scene where he is training Grogu in his newly established Jedi Academy, which is still being built during the time of those scenes. Quite a nice figure that we haven't seen on the shelves. Quite nice packaging, actually, mostly, which we haven't seen on shelves locally. So we're very happy to open that one up.
I also opened up a full Star Wars Unlimited booster box of 24 packs. I had a lot of fun with this. There were some really exciting finds. You never know what rarities you're going to get, what kind of cards, so it's really fun. And of course, you're guaranteed a foil in every pack, so there's always like some fun bonuses in there. And it was great seeing a lot of that art that I hadn't seen in person before.
As well as collecting the cards and as well as them being useful in the game, there's something addictive about opening the packs just one by one, particularly when it's a whole box like that. And there's even something addictive about watching those being opened on video.
As well as the cards, I also took a look at some of those game accessories that we mentioned earlier. We picked up soft crates, game mat, acrylic tokens, and some art sleeves to sort of really buff out our accessory collection for this game, to predict our cards and just have a lot of fun. I especially really like those acrylic tokens. They feel really nice. Definitely a step up from the cardboard ones that come with those starter packs. The game mat is fabulous, and I definitely need to go and get more of those really nice art sleeves so that I can fully protect all my cards.
On our YouTube channel, we're running through a bit of a Bad Batch theme while the Bad Batch is being released on Disney+. So we opened up 2 Black Series 6-inch figures. Specifically, we opened up the Black Series version of Crosshair, his original Clone Force 99 armor version from Season 1, but also the Imperial version that he changes into early on in the entire series.
Yeah, we've had our Bad Batch Black Series kind of building up in the background, but we haven't sat down and opened them up yet. So we thought, to celebrate the 3rd and final season of the Bad Batch, we'll finally start opening them up and build our Bad Batch display. I had a lot of fun opening these figures and really sort of comparing the two side by side.
So if you're a Bad Batch fan, keep an eye on our channel because we will be opening up more characters in the Black Series line from that Disney Plus series. On that note, thanks for listening to another episode of Our Week of Star Wars. We appreciate you taking your time to listen to us.
And stay tuned for another episode next week. And as always, may the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a like, check out our other videos, and subscribe for alerts about new uploads. Thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.